This is taking gaming to a whole nother level for a more immersive experience. Yeah, this is my sim racing setup. Got the racing chair, steering wheel, the whole 9 yards. It's a real pretty powerful system running off of Alienware PC, laptop. I don't know, I probably got quite a few racing games on that laptop. Behind that is the PS5 with racing titles. I probably got only about, I think about 4 or 5 racing games on that. But the PC got quite a bit. I will be adding more as I go along. Some of these are really intense titles. Like I said, some of it is like pretty close to real racing. As a matter of fact, some of the real race car drivers have some of this in their house. Of course, theirs is probably a lot more expensive than what I have here. But yeah, this is my curved monitor, 49 inch. It's good for playing sports games like Madden 26 I got. It's good for um, racing and a lot of other stuff it's good for. Um, Call of Duty is one. Um, I haven't tried certain titles yet on here. But I heard Call of Duty, heard you into like Spider-Man, all of them for curved like monitors. This is the curved monitor. The PlayStation, I believe PlayStation 5 runs off of 120 hertz. This monitor does 144 hertz. So it's capable of doing a lot of PC games. There's one that's Sony and I believe LG. Both of those run off of 244 hertz. You can run up to 240. That's really fast. I don't think they have too many games that's using 240 hertz. But it may be some, but 144 is good for me. So yeah, that's pretty fast. And so yeah, this is my setup for my racing games. And I have a lot of other titles on here too, but I'm not going to get into those. I played Madden 26, and the new one is a really challenging football game. I mean, it's really challenging. So, I barely won by 4 points. Both times I played, I won by 4 points, and I scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. I didn't score none in the second half. They came all the way back. I'm curious to see some other games that I got on here, how they would play some of the 2D games. I believe I still have, I still have RoboCop. I'm gonna click onto that and see how that looks on here. But I probably have to change the screen. It ain't gonna let me play that. It may, but it's gonna open up in normal. It ain't gonna stretch all the way across, I don't believe. No, it ain't gonna do that. I have to go in there and play with the settings for that game to stretch all the way across like that. So I'm not gonna do that. I have those kind of titles on my arcade anyway. This is mainly for racing, and there's lots and lots of racing titles. Uh, I, I mean, uh, sim racing is what they call it, and there's tons of sim racing uh, titles. I just um, started pretty much uh, getting into sim racing, so I'm kind of new at this. Uh, there's some real popular titles on on here that you can purchase. Now I'm still waiting to set up my speakers. Right now I'm running the speakers off that comes with the monitor that's built into this monitor. They okay, but if you're going to be doing some racing, you want to be able to hear the engine roar on some of these cars. So I got a speaker bar and an amp. Gotta set that up, but I can't set it up yet because I have to have a converter so it can plug right into this monitor, and I'll have that. Like I said, this is new. I got the desk to set up here, and so this is kind of new still that I'm setting up. But yeah, there's all kind of racing titles. When you get these, they're going to come in like that right there, and it's black on each side. So I have to go in there and play with the settings and get the right settings for games, so I can stretch it all the way across the screen. You see more of the street or road or track, and yeah, it makes it, like I said, more of an immersive experience. So, but there's tons and tons of titles. Um, Sometimes I like going on YouTube and look at the reviews on some of these. Some of them are just, and then you have some that's not so realistic, but some of them are really, you race through the rain. That's like that one. That's not realistic. Jumping over mountains, all that. But there's some that's really realistic. Some of these get input by real race car drivers. Uh, yeah. Like I said, these speakers, that's probably about, I think, as loud as they get. I haven't tried to look at settings because like I said before the week's out, that converter will be here and I'll hook up the speaker bar. Some of the steering wheels, oh man, I was in the store today. I forget the name of that store. It's a computer store out in the Castleton area, and they got steering wheel. It costs about $1,300, and probably got some higher than that. They have one wall with nothing but steering wheels on it for sim racing, and their setup was pretty good too. Now, Horizon, this game, Horizon 5, I have this, but I've yet to learn how to stretch the screen across. I know you can do it, I've seen it, but I haven't figured that out yet. So some of these I still got to play with the settings, you know, but that is a real good game. That's real good racing game right there. Uh, I wouldn't say it's so much realistically, the cars are, but uh, you just racing, you know. Now, Gran Turismo is, I got that on a PS5. It is really, it's one of the top ones. Um, you get to open up more tracks, open up more get more cars. I think it's got probably around 300 and something different cars that you can purchase. You can buy used cars. You can fix them up, put more expansions, shocks, and all that. Better tires on them. Anything that can give you the advantage when it comes to racing. That one's fun. That one's fun. That was really fun. So, um, I probably played that one more than any titles right now. Some of the other ones can be really challenging. You know, and there's people that's got some of this sim racing. You'll see them. They got the whole outfit. You know, the helmet, the gloves, the you know, you got a bunch of racing fans. You know, uh, I'm not gonna go that deep, but uh, I didn't do too bad with what I got. So let me show you around this arcade room. Uh, I'll be racing sometime today, some of these titles, but that's why I moved my arcade machine. Uh, got the Xbox One. Uh, you can't hardly see it, but my Marvel superhero stuff is in this corner, and the Xbox got the Marvel superhero sticker or vinyl or whatever you call it going across it. Uh, this is my PC. Got my laptop hooked up to the pinball here. They give me virtual pinball games. We got a lot of different titles. I haven't quite set up this arcade here yet, the Legend Ultimate. I'm still working on that. Got one of the light guns here. I gotta still do on it. And I don't have all the lights turned on. Got that light turned on right there that says arcade. And my wall mirror over here. I still never quite put the finished touches on some of the characters over here that I did. You know, from Mario to Chris Redford to Luigi to Ryu and Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. I gotta finish those. So, but I ain't in no hurry. It'll get done when I get done. But yeah, just want to show a little of my arcade racing room and what I got going on here. Like I said, you can really get into high dollars on some of this racing stuff. There's guys that really spending money on some of this stuff. It's fun. I can give you that, but I'm not going to too much spend no more money than I already spent. I might spend some on some games, but I'm not. I'm at my peak when it comes to equipment. You know, I don't need no racing gloves, no racing helmets, and none of that. No hydraulics hooked up to the chair that, you know, that's moving around as you're driving. Some of those are outrageous. I mean, it looks fun, but you're talking about high dollars. So, but that's all I'm gonna show for now. Like I said, some of them I gotta go in and change the screen settings, but some of these is good to go on YouTube, see what the ratings is on some of these games. That looks pretty cool, racing in the snow. But like I said, I haven't played with a lot of these. It's a lot of games, man. This is getting more and more popular, sim racing. So, so. Yeah, I heard that Sega Rally 2 is supposed to be popular. Crew, I downloaded that, but I was having trouble with that. I got planes too, games. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to end this video. I've got to exit out of here. Oh, yeah. What game is that? The F1. Yeah, the F1. They're more like the Indy cars. And I don't have one of those yet. I intend to get one in the next few weeks. Purchase one on probably the PlayStation store. I don't know which one to get yet. But those are popular too. Yeah, I'll be getting one. Okay, let me exit out of here. This is my backdrop for the racing game. You get backdrops for this curved TV, like I said, 49-inch, probably 50-inch if you count the frame. The whole frame. So yeah, I like to show some of the games, me racing. We'll do that in the future. Right now, I just want to show my setup and what I got going on here. Like I said, that racing chair, I had to put all that together by piece, until I got the final pieces to put all this together. So, yeah. This is JG with another arcade home video. Peace, everybody. I'm out.